difficult odds.
Yeah, and especially going up against a team like MIBR on a map like Overpass, this is going to be rough for Isurus. They do have CT side, so hopefully they can get a strong start once again on their CT side, get some momentum rolling in their favor. But yeah, this uphill battle that was Dust 2 got even steeper now moving on to Overpass.
Yeah, well, this is MIBR's pick too, so it's you got way ahead of you. But it's just a pistol round, so we can't count them out. They did win the pistol round and the +2 after that on the first map to keep themselves competitive, because as soon as the rifles got there for MIBR, especially in the second half, there was no catching them. So MIBR are taking their sweet time. They pushed down into the lower side, they scoped it a bit, and they went up through the connector, and they've got the bomb in tow with 4 players to try and pressure this A site. That's Max up there. He's got Myron over towards the Optimus truck as well. Contact has been made, and the T's start to advance in. Fur rounds the corner quickly. Nice double tap from Myron. He's got the first 2 and a third and a fourth.
My goodness.
There's no stopping this man. Even though they're outnumbered on this site, Max took a 99 in there, but Myron pieces together 4 kills, looking for the ace to start things off. He is mere meters from Taco. Noxy spots the target, takes the first fight, and do you have the ace?
Hey!
You do. All headshots for Myron.
Let's go. What a start for Isurus there. If they needed a momentum shift, if they needed something in their corner to get their spirits lifted going on to Overpass, an ace from Myron will do exactly that. Some great shooting coming out of the individual players, some great individual talent coming to shine, and absolutely shuts down MIBR.
It's a player that we highlighted before the match as well. He's one of the players that stood out in the first set, so the group stages. Him and Noxy, those guys are pretty nuts. Myron especially, so they just got gifted that first pistol round on a platter, all to the courtesy of Myron. Now Reversive cues in for his first kill onto the round. It is a force buy from MIBR, and you've lost Taco to start things off.
Yeah, this is more of the same out of Isurus here, starting to look or mimic that start of Dust 2 that we saw, where they come out confident, they come out shining, and that's a good kill to start off the round for the CT side.
All right, Noxy's out here. Fallen, spotting Max in there, and that's going to just tunnel vision him. So he bites down on that peak and commits while Noxy swings out for the easy kill. Spotting targets as well. Noxy takes one to the face, so he's going to start to fall back. He needs some assistance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he does get assistance. It's actually Max from a distance from out towards the armored truck that gets that kill. So Noxy's your lowest hanging fruit if you want to try and get some economic damage dealt to Isurus, but it's not going to happen. Max took the baton from that position, and Isurus now on a 2-0 lead and have a little bit of a bonus cash in their pocket.
Yeah, looking at this save round coming out from MIBR here, this is the opportunity for those SMGs on the Isurus side, the MP9 on Noxy, the UMP on 1962, as well as Reversive, to really just get some cash padded before we move into these gun rounds. MIBR here, yeah, they might find themselves 1-2 kills with the Deagle on Taco as well as Fur, but other than that, this should be a pretty cut and dry round. Isurus should be going on to that 3-0 lead.
Yeah, the lack of bomb plants is a bit of a problem for MIBR. Looks like Isurus are actually going to take the initiative out towards Long A. They do good damage out there, getting a 1 kill, but I believe Taco just 1-deked 1962, who was jump peeking sandbags. So that is a bit of a problem, but Noxy's now coming down, keeping pressure up on MIBR if they were to come out of short. Oh, but Noxy doesn't clear his angles quite well enough, but Max gets the job done against Taco and Fallen anyways. So you lost 2 players there, and you didn't lose anybody in the round prior to that. So that is water under the bridge.
Yeah, Isurus definitely looking like they're going to have a nice little buy going into this gun round. No economic woes. They didn't lose too many players over the past few rounds. So we're going to see the AWP show up on the field for Noxy. MIBR, on the other hand, won't be having an AWP. Generally, you'll see Fallen go for that op no armor setup if he so chooses, but this time he's going to opt for the AKs in favor of plenty of utility to support his teammates.
Okay, the last time these teams went toe-to-toe against one another, this is where MIBR made the stand, put 3 rounds up. It's these first rifle rounds that are so impactful, and Isurus want to continue this momentum and put MIBR into a little bit of a force buy, half buy in the next round, but it's 5 AKs that they have to cut down to be able to get to that point. They do have Noxie's op in play. He's playing the, looks like Toxic Barrels looking into short side of the B site. So right now, MIBR, they haven't committed one way or the other, but they are leaning to that B side leg.
It was actually a very scary start of the round, to me at least, as Isurus only played one member in Noxie with that AWP towards the pillar, leaving 4 members to actually aggress onto the A bomb site. Right now, we are going to see Taco creeping through that monster pipe, and he's not able to do anything as Noxie taking him down with a great shot.
Yeah, just as the Molotov got there, they're trying to flush him out. And they've got the first 2 kills. It's looking like daylight for Isurus' first rifle round against MIBR. Myron even spots players that are in towards short. He actually wallbangs Cold just as he was getting ready for the boost. Fallen will catch Myron, who is jumping back for more intel, and that is still valuable to Isurus. They're going to go again for this same boost up and look over towards Toxic Barrels. They spot nothing, and they have dropped in. I don't know if it's audibly been detected, but Noxie is holding the angle on short with his AWP.
Yeah, very easy kill from him as Fur, unsuspecting of anybody by that pillar on the left side, able to act, or unfortunately, Noxie is going to take advantage of that very easy kill. Fallen does drop the AWP, but he should be going down here momentarily with only 10 seconds left. Fallen is able to pick up a second or a third on the round, but Max will put an end to that. 4-0 for Isurus, a great start for them.
Fallen's movement's really good, actually. I mean, he picks up that AK and he shows himself at Monster Tunnel and he just bounces back, surfs across the wall into short, around the corner, pops off this kill, which was a really big surprise to Noxie, and then he turns right on back around to take this next fight. With only a couple seconds on the clock, he's fortunate that he did end up dying. If he is going to die, that he dies within the time constraints of the round. So now you're back down to pistols for MIBR. Again, like I said, it's going to be a little bit of half buy. They've got enough loss bonus to be able to sustain the next round. They just need to get some kills here. Easier said than done.
Does look like MIBR will be favoring this B bomb site now as the majority of players moving up towards short. The burst comes in, 1962 able to find Fallen, but it's going to be Fur and Taco to take down Reversive as well as 1962. It's going to be MIBR with total B bomb site control.
Well, and there's information too. Phelps heard them going out towards the A site to come down. So it's a one-dimensional attack, re-aggression back into this B site. So Phelps can get all of his players on the site's attention to the standard entry points. They're coming now around the corner. Max and Myron out through the doors. Will be crossing the graffiti side. But still, they're outnumbered by 1. They've got extra bodies in here. And here's a peek from Fur with a MAC-10. Max is slowed down. He actually has to bounce back to take that fight. And MIBR win a half-buy round. Hands down, they pick up an AWP. They pick up 2 AUGs.
Yeah.
They pick up an M4.
Yeah, it was a very bold decision for Isurus to go for it. I mean, they got to the site about 10-15 seconds after the bomb had already been planted. So right off the bat, it becomes a more pressured situation where you have to pick up the pace. I would have liked to seen them save. They weren't clearing corners because of the time. Fur's able to pick up 2 very easy kills. Cold Zero chimes in with one of his own. And MIBR, off the back of a force buy, pick up a very, very nice, very clean round.
Yeah, they're yielding the CT weapons right now, wielding the CT weapons. AUGs, M4s, the AWP that was purchased from Isurus is now in Fallen's hands. And looks like Cold Zera's posted up. This is the same position that they used to make a boost earlier, but right now he's just chilling. He's got no assistance out here to make this effort into a boost. Max is holding long A with an MP9 of all weapons. He's actually down here for a boost of his own, of a teammate. So that's going to be Noxie on top of his teammate's head, holding a wider angle around that rock. Oh, what a nade,
Jeez.
a double nade. That's some research being done.
Yeah, absolutely rocking Noxie there. Down to 41 HP, Max down to 64 as well. Some great damage coming out from the MIBR side. And it's going to be Fallen, creating even more pressure, pressing upon this long A area of the map here, looking for any overextension from any CTs who might be hanging out.
Those grenades looked like an anti-strat to me. Just landing right in the laps of Noxie and Max. Finally, Max will go down. Noxie is left out there. He's actually, instead of at long A, he's holding the front side of the site, which is holding an outside of the angle for the smoke. And MIBR are just a couple yards away from this position. But Isurus have pushed into short, getting a kill out here as well. Leaving 1962 in short is actually going to force MIBR back to the A site again. So they will try and gamble back to this one. With the clock being so low, they can't stand to make any mistakes, but so far flawless on the entry. And Fallen, knowing that Reversive is just to the other side of this fence line, he's forced back for a save. How quickly that round developed for MIBR's favor.
Yeah, this was a very nice round, really off the back of Fallen there, who was able to pick off Max first, pressure that A bomb site little by little there, able to actually pick up, I do believe, Myron, who was playing behind the bomb site box, and then Phelps chiming in with a great shot onto Noxie by Optimus, is going to be able to secure the round for MIBR here, and Furnow getting some exits.
Oh, he fake flashes him.
Oh,
1962 still wins the fight, but that fake flash worked.
Oh, 1962
he turned away from it.
Oh, man.
Dog dropped the pistol. Still wins the fight, though.
Do you know the player that made that famous?
No?
Swag.
Oh, that's right.
Swag
on A site on Dust 2. Yeah,
Swag versus Kenny S. For those of you in chat that have never seen it, it's a great little play.
Check it out. I knew what play you were talking about, but I couldn't remember which players it was.
Okay. So 4-2 is our scoreline. The CT side now onto USP's. MIBR seemingly taking control of that driver's seat once again here. And this is something that we saw in Dust 2 as well, Dallas. MIBR getting off to a very slow start, but towards the end of it, or towards the mid to later part of the first half, they started coming right back into it. And there you go, a very clean round.
Absolutely chewed them up on long A. And you still see the impact of these weapons that were picked up from MIBR's half-buy round. You still have that M4 in play. You still have the AWP in play in Fallen's hands. So these are problems that Isurus are going to have to surmount. I mean, these are weapons that they purchased for MIBR. I mean, that was a round that MIBR should not have been able to win on that half-buy that they did. And they did it convincingly so. So now that MIBR are back into the driver's seat, it looks like 3 rounds in a row for them. If they can get this fourth, Isurus are into pistols into the next round again, just like it was previous round.
Oh, Isurus actually duffing the monster smoke there. And that's going to give Fallen full light of that B bomb site. That is a massive blunder to actually not be able to connect onto that monster smoke. That's almost a standard in Overpass that you need to be hitting.
Right, yeah, instead it ends up being the washing machine smoke. Not too familiar with that call out. It's back there. It's next to the spool. They get landed right on top of it. So MIBR, they aren't able to gather anything from that flubbed smoke. They don't get a kill. They don't get too much. They're pretty much standard spots right now. Max is actually ahead of Party right now. Has an easy kill against Phelps. That's upper control complete for Max. He does have one player that's back towards the T ramp, and he looks like might be headed towards Fur. He's up against the wall right now with a fountain, and Fur, oh, actually, it's on the other side of the wall. This could actually play out well. All the while, the B site's being taken. They actually pass each other, but Max checks his rear, and these kills they're getting on the back end are favoring huge for Isurus. MIBR, even if they take the site, would be outnumbered later on into it. But it's 2v2. They get that good trade up front.
Yeah, that was some great entering there done by Cold as well as Taco to actually open up that B bomb site. The bomb is going to head in fairly uncontested, but the quick flank coming in from Max. Is MIBR going to be aware of this? Are they going to watch this?
As long as they don't forget about him. He was back there. He got 2 kills to start the round off back there. He's still back there being an absolute pest. Fallen now, 1v2, has a molly and a smoke in front of it, but he has to swing out wide. A second smoke plugs that gap up. Fallen is off the mark on the bomb. It's being diffused. It's being stuck.
Oh my goodness.
And this is actually dangerous. Noxie, he gets the shot! Noxie was actually standing in front of the bomb diffuser, and I was worried that he's an AWP coming at you. You're not going to be able to block the damage. It's going to end up being a collateral. Instead, you got the bomb diffuser, and Fallen manages a 1v2 clutch.
What a clutch. I mean, you see him firing off the shots, and just as that bomb is about to be defused, Dallas, Fallen is finally able to connect with that AWP shot. And at that point, Noxie realizes, man, too much time has been burnt off the clock. I can't defuse this bomb. He's going to hightail it out of dodge, and MIBR are going to tie it up.
That was a long defuse. I didn't realize that they didn't have a kit, but man, that was a long 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And Fallen was able to pop off like 4 or 5 shots, just bang, bang, bang. Eventually found it, got the kill. 4-all is what our scoreline ends up being. Isurus on one AUG that was saved, and they buy some pistols in behind that as well. So they've got a ways to go. Maybe they can replicate and do exactly what MIBR did.
I think there might have been 2 seconds left on that defuse.
Yeah, okay, in that case, it was the longest 8 seconds of anybody's life.
All right, MIBR have moved out towards middle right now. No idea that 3 members of Isurus are favoring that long side of bathroom. There is one member on the Isurus side towards Connector, but he is taken down as Phelps with a great shot onto Max. Will turn it into a 5-on-4.
Well, right now, you've got players that are leaking into the A site. Fur is here. He's cleared it out. Now what's the decision? Do you push all the way to the B site? This is why I love the verticality of Overpass. If you get into a spot like this, which is 1 in 80, 90 rounds, it feels like, that somebody's able to advance through one side entirely and flank out the other side. Actually, both sides are clear for the moment. Fur's going to recognize this, and look how scattered MIBR are right now. That call has been made that the A and B sites are open, and everybody's playing these 1vx situations. MIBR need to consolidate their forces, minimize their losses. Noxie's got the first kill, but he is traded out immediately so. So you were able to get both Fallen and Cold Zero at least within the same zip code of one another to be able to trade.
Yeah, that was great. You were mentioning the fact that Fur moved in towards that CT spawn area on that A bomb site and then continues on towards B. But what I'd like to point out is while he's doing that, MIBR not really wavering into the site. They realize that, hey, okay, he's moved into A. Where can they be? They can either be aggressed towards long or they're still hanging out in B. So let's just hold fast. Let's hold steady. Let's look for any aggression. And in doing so, Cold Zero is able to find a very easy kill on a bathroom player. And then Fallen picks up 2 on the players towards long A who were looking in towards that fountain area to get something going.
Yeah, it got a little bit scary, I think. Once they realized that both sites are clean, then it's where are the rest of them? And you were so scattered, MIBR was, that they could be at any corner, you know, and at that point you could lose a rifle here or there, but enough damage had been dealt that it was only the AUG that was remaining in Isurus' lineup. So 5 rounds in a row from MIBR right now, and Isurus are back into the groove. AUG's M4 and AWP as well for Noxie. He's been able to knock a couple of the bowling pins down, but right now they need one standout player. Myron started it off on the pistol round. Now they need more. Oh, the quad boost.
Are they going to be able to find it? I think they will be. It looks like Reversive is jump spawning. Oh, Fallen. I think he just missed that shot there.
Even double scoped in. That's a small target, really far away. So the leaning tower will fall, and you can see they recognized that it was a 4-man stack, and they get Max up ahead. He'll get 2 kills, almost a third, trying to get the Molotov down, but Cold Zero will be able to take him down, at least keeping MIBR in this one. And it's just a great call from Isurus. Okay, they did the 4-man stack. Let's push into mid.
Max was actually aggressive. So the strat itself was to aggress Max towards middle because he was already getting aggressive before they even knew the stack went down. But the thing became was because that was a quad stack going on, Max was able to get into such a position that nobody was expecting on the MIBR side. He picks up some fairly easy kills. Even the member who was pushed into playground, I do believe that was Fur, had no idea that Max could have been in that position, and Max takes complete advantage of it.
Yep, and Isurus now find themselves in a 4-2 advantage to the legwork from Max. Cold Zero will lead the charge. Phelps behind him with the bomb. They don't know what angles are clear. Isurus are, in fact, playing pretty much defensive, all the way back to their own sides. Reversive, you can see him just hanging out behind the bridge right there, watching the short side. You've got actually both players watching short.
Reversive is very low on HP, however.
Don't flub this stack. Don't give them the audio cue that you're working this. They spot the target. Did 1962 recognize it? He did. Great eyes from him, and they punish the stack. That's the second or third time we've seen MIBR go for some kind of head stack in this short range. And Phelps is now left alone, 1v4, no time. He'll just hold on to an AK.
All right, he's got an AK full utility. Look at the money on the MIBR side as well, Dallas. No problem with them bowing out of this round. They'll be able to buy back like nothing ever happened. On the side of Isurus, however, well, they've got that money loss bonus starting to kick in. So for them, I mean, yeah, they're going to have plenty of money even if they do lose in this round. But it's still going to prompt them onto a save or maybe a little bit of a half buy so they can aim for those AWPs. This is a massive round here for the CT side to keep this pace going in this first half as we move towards the end of it.
Yeah, they really need to stop MIBR right now. I mean, there's tons of money in play. They saved the AWP at the end of the round. They swapped that AK out for an AWP, got it back to Fallen. So he's sitting on 10 grand. He'll be able to buy an AWP into the next as well. MIBR would be able to just slough off a loss in this round, no problem, and keep the pressure up as their own loss bonus starts to mount. They come down through connector right now, and again, Isurus are just playing to their sights. Myron is jump peeking the sandbags. He's been punished for doing this earlier. Almost gets spotted as well. Phelps will eyeball that one. He misses his one tap, though.
Yeah, very nice nade onto Taco there, putting him down to 70 HP. MIBR still favoring this B area as they've taken short. They have a couple players situated outside of Monster.
The op has swapped hands. Coldzera is swinging this one now. Fallen actually goes with the AK now. What are your thoughts here?
It might have just been utility in the situation. Cold having much more utility than Fallen in this. Fallen will be going for the entry, able to find it. And Cold with the AWP, very unorthodox. You don't see it often, but MIBR make it work. B-side is open for business.
Yep, Myron has nowhere to run. He actually doubles back a couple times, is given an extra shot. Molotov lands onto the site. Coldzera's bomb plant is interrupted. Noxy goes for the top-down shot through the chimney, but Coldzera with the op gets both kills. So yes, you're saying it was due to the lack of utility. Is actually Coldzera that had the flashbangs, so they swapped that out, said, Fallen, you take this AK, lead the charge into the site, and Fallen got a kill and got intel for the next players.
Yeah. That's just a testament to how well-versed MIBR are in all facets of the game, right? They can give up that AWP. Someone can turn themselves into a support role on the fly. They can still find success in the round. Isurus there, really not much opportunity. Fallen gets a great entry kill. Coldzera's backing him up, gets a second kill as well on that site. By that time, the Isurus members need to go big or go home, and unfortunately, not being able to do so, they're going to head home.
Interesting. Uh-oh. Taco blind as a bat. Reversive credited with the flashbang there. Max ends up getting that kill. It'll be traded out a couple ways. Noxy tries to get skinny behind this tree, but Fur will find him and dig him out. It would be wise to start cleaning up some of these guns out of long A. You know that your opponents are on an eco round. You know that they are going to be scrounging for some of these weapons. And the fact that it's 2v3 still means that Isurus have a chance to win this. Fallen laying back, way back, spots and allows Myron to cross his path. He'll pick off Max and flick over to Myron, as rapid as he was there.
Nice
Myron
shot.
comes back looking to re-gamble that.
All right, 7-5 is our scoreline. MIBR showing that, you know what, Overpass is one of their dominant maps, and this is why here, aside from that first 4 rounds that Isurus were able to pick up, I mean, it's been the MIBR show. Really, the last, I do believe, 7 out of 8 rounds have been MIBRs.
Yeah,
Isurus really not being able to do anything at this point.
Well, it's similar to what we had seen before, when MIBR were able to get rifles in their hands, they have outclassed their opponents. That's what we saw on the first map. That's what we see here. Isurus are able to get some pistols and, quote-unquote, some handicap to stay in the game. This time, in this first half of Overpass, they were able to win the first rifle round, which gave them a little bit longer legs to stay in this match. But since then, like you said, it's been the MIBR show.
All right now the T side moving towards middle here. Only one person to really contest this, and that's going to be Noxe. Not able to see anything right away. Is able to take down Fallen, but he's pinned in the sandwich area.
Oh, he fights his way out of that wet paper bag. Dangerous. And opens up angles for Max. Oh, but he misses the easier shot against Phelps. Unfortunate. So MIBR are still in it. But they need to be able to get the next opening 2 kills.
Fur has made his way all the way towards this CT side of long A now. Doesn't actually make contact with anybody towards this truck position and does get caught by Reversive, leaving only Phelps with the bomb to make this 1v4 happen. As we move towards the latter part or the end of this first half, you got to imagine every round counts. So for Phelps, hey, he's going to go for this.
Oh, the timing, though, couldn't have been more favored towards Max. He had just come out of T-ramp, and he was going to work this flank anyway. Myron catches Phelps on the front door, though. And Isurus do win a rifle round. Clean one at that, all due to, I'd say, the early work from Noxy there.
Yeah.
So he gets those first opening 2 kills, almost a third as well.
Yeah, tremendous effort from the opper of the Argentinian team there. Able to actually keep their team pretty relevant in this game, you know? If it started getting towards the end of the half and MIBR went on this round streak where Isurus were able to get anything on the board, yeah, the momentum would have completely shifted there, Dallas, and we would have seen MIBR just into 6th gear running all over the Isurus side. But that round win, their 6th round on the board, keeps them involved in this game.
Look at all this early grenade damage being dealt to both sides. Fur caught a 50-some damage nade. Perfect nade against armored targets. Reversive gets the kill against Coldzera. So what important kills to get so far against Coldzera. Good damage against Fur as well. So starting things off on the right foot is Isurus because they need to desperately close out this half. MIBR's T side starting to look a little bit monstrous, especially if they could manage 8 and maybe even the 9th.
Does look like Phelps will be swinging out towards this divider area up front of the CT side of bathroom right now. Waiting for his teammates most likely here. Makes a little bit of contact with Max, but nothing really happening other than that. Keep in mind, the bomb hasn't been recovered either. The bomb is still down towards the T side of connector. As we pass the 50-second mark on the clock, MIBR do need to recover this. They do need to start pressuring that A-bombs.
Look at this boost. Oh, he missed the shot. Just passes Max, but he's been hemmed in. Max at 11 HP, starting to get wounded at this point. He needs some help. Noxie swings out, but here's a flash from Phelps. Gives Fallen a second kill as well. Fallen surviving at 6 HP as another shot rings past him, and here comes the reinforcements. Phelps and Taco leaning ahead forward into the site. They've been delayed by a flashbang, and as well, Isurus are going to take the same cue and reinforce the A site themselves. It's 3v2 right now in this site, but the clock will soon favor Isurus if they can delay this a little longer. 1962, 1v2, but he's been taken down. Fallen does not miss that one when it counts. Right through the dome of 1962.
Yeah, really, Isurus were in the driver's... Well, looked like they were going to be able to pull off with that round there just because of the way the clock was burning down. But Phelps making his way into that site, able to take down the first player by Optimus, then goes ahead and picks up that second player towards Bank, and that's where it all starts coming together. This kill, and now Fallen chimes in to finish it up, and MIBR are able to secure their 8th round and the half lead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and on the T side, that's going to speak a lot to them. And if it's anything like the first map, MIBR really come to on their second half side and could just lock it up. Hey, though, Noxie got the better of Fallen right there, even though Fallen was holding the correct angle and ready for a peek from that side. Noxie's lightning quick.
It does look like MIBR will be slowing it down now. We do see a little bit of aggression from Fur here. He's made his way to the CT side of the bathroom. Noxie is making quite a bit of noise. That should give Fur a very easy kill. He's going to let this one go, actually.
For two, actually. He's searching. It wouldn't be something if he's able to get down behind the B site. This is what he's going to try to do. They're going to try and strike the B site, and Fur has gone into a slower gear. Does he allow a second player? That would be amazing if Myron swung past him as well. But now Fur's behind the lines. Nobody's going to feel safe on Isurus' side.
Yeah, both sides, both sites need to start watching their backs here. And this is going to allow MIBR to move very freely across the map. As Max does take down Phelps, it's on to Noxie over by Optimus.
He's past Noxie again.
Oh my gosh.
He's everywhere, but he's nowhere.
There you go.
There, he's finally down. One to the backside. Man, that Fur was just sneaky beaky all over the map.
Noxie's still in a great position here now, smoking off that bathroom side, able to take down Taco, leaving it on to Coldzera. And Coldzera unable to do much. 8-7 is what we're going to finish the half out with. MIBR with a dominant T-side there, really just coming together after those first 4 initial rounds from Isurus. They don't find much whatsoever. They do end up finishing it with 7 rounds, but they were staggered towards the end of the half, not looking too strong.
Yeah, great round from Noxie right there, and I love that from Isurus that they all just stopped and said, let's take care of the problem that's back towards CT and the stair side of things. They just deal with them, they get it, and they end up securing the last round and a half. Isurus versus MIBR, second map, second half, coming up shortly. Watching the Pro League.
Walk away, walk on, baby. Walk away, walk away, walk on, baby. Walk away, walk away, walk on, baby. Walk away, walk away, walk on, baby. Walk on, baby. Say on, baby. Walk away, walk away.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. MIBR Isurus, second map, second half about to begin, but looking at the stats right now, it's really your Oppers, Fallen and Noxy, side by side, 104 and 106 ADR. Those are pretty standout performances. Noxy, the saving grace, really, for a lot of those rifle rounds for Isurus.
Yeah, Noxy, just a tremendous effort out of him on their CT side. Let's just leave it at that. I mean, there's not much more to say. He, like you just said, he was doing almost everything. Any success that Isurus had came through that man's AWP. MIBR, on the other hand, well, all of their players are playing phenomenal. Really, we're not seeing too much of a shine out of too many of the guys. Fallen obviously sitting on 15 frags, but everybody's really carrying their own weight on the MIBR side. But on Isurus, yeah, it looks like Noxy, he's our shining armor, basically.
Yeah, and well, the shining armor, the pistol rounds have been favored towards Isurus in this matchup so far, especially Myron. Oh no, but Myron is down and out. Coldzera trying to replicate this as well. Can he ace this one? 3 kills for him to start out this pistol round, and Noxy and Reversive are trying to find some kind of at least refrag if they can. They've pushed themselves up. Noxy is into the bathrooms. The bomb's out towards long A, and they're making first contact. Fallen wisely just doesn't need to take this fight. Settle in. Let the rest of the crew come in on the flank.
Coldzera's going to keep on pressuring, though. He might be able to find one more here. Oh, he's able to take down Noxy. Going for the ace now. Reversive, final member.
They're giving him the ace. Oh, no, they're not. Who was that? Backing off. Somebody was in bathroom, spotted him.
A couple people were backing
started
up,
running away. Let's give him the ace. They tried to, but
look at them. They're all talking. He's like, hey, man, why'd you take that kill? That was my ace. That was my ace, man. Come on. Hey, come on. I was coming.
Yeah, it was mine. I had that.
It's like, all right, I see you, Taco. We'll see what happens next time you're on a 4K. He's like, when I go for the ace, you let me go for the ace.
The call was definitely there. People were backing away from that kill. It's like I had to defend myself.
Oh my God,
Couldn't
that's
just
good.
die to him. MIBR, they'll win that pistol round on the back end of that, and now they look to get to the rifles as quickly as they can. It's virtually a foot race for them. The faster that they can get to those rifles, the faster that they can look to press their advantage. And they've got 2 AUGs, a UMP, an MP9, looking to make a lot of cash. Fallen, though, on his pistol is trying to save as much money as he can so he can get his weapon of choice. Fur with 2. Remaining players coming out long A. The flashbangs are just blinding everybody. It's Flash and Thunder. And Reversive, last man standing. A lot of SMG kills were on that round.
Yeah, a lot of dollar value being farmed up there by the players on the MIBR side. But we are moving in to what should be, well, a fairly easy round for MIBR. There, remember, Isurus had 4 spot in the previous round, spent a lot of money and efforts to do so. Failing in that will give MIBR the opportunity now to start farming up some cash. But in fact, they're going to go right towards those rifles. So heavy rifles are on the field, really only Fallen with that UMP. Fur's got an AWP, so a little bit of changing of the guard right now.
Yeah, really. We got to remember as well, last time that happened, it was Coldzera and Fallen. And that one made sense, though. Here's Fallen jumping up and these are Glocks. 2 Glock kills in there. Dink, 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 dink. And now you got a man advantage, and Isurus will recover 2 of those weapons. Again, you're up against armored targets, and you yourself don't have armor, though you need to use Myron and Reversive as meat shields to upset the aim of MIBR. I think that's your best opportunity to actually win a full eco round.
Yeah, that door is closed on Coldzera now. He does end up opening it up here, but I wonder if the players on Isurus ended up hearing this one. It does look like they have an inkling that somebody is flanking them. But is Cold able to get this one done?
They saw it.
They just spot each other now. Cold will be going down.
Unreal.
A full eco here? Is Isurus going to be able to take a full eco, Dallas?
Yeah, and they're getting kills with SMGs, with that UMP. So, okay, now you've got scopes, now you got range, but you've been gifting them utility on top of the weapons that you've given.
Oh my gosh, and they double fake. It's a double fake right now. Isurus pull MIBR towards that B-bomb site.
Though.
They're heading right back to A. This is the chance for MIBR to actually have involvement in this round, but it's Fur with the op.
He gets gooshed.
He gets gooshed, and he's out of there.
No way. Glocks almighty.
I cannot believe.
Yeah. Okay, if you didn't know what Fur just did there, he threw his pistol over the railing to land in the water, which would be an audio cue that he's jumped out.
Yeah.
He still might look to hold on to this op, but in fact, when the bomb detonates here, he has to really get away from this thing. He actually probably has to go out through A at this point. Would be his best form of retreat. Oh, there's a kit.
He's still going for this?
There's a kit.
No way.
He's got a defender.
Way.
Okay.
There it is.
Wow. Full eco round for Isurus, defeating MIBR of all teams.
Yeah, that was a very rough round to watch if you're an MIBR fan. Full Glocks coming out from the Isurus side. Absolutely mowing down that connector. The initial 2 kills, then Colzera gets taken down. Colzera kind of gets caught in this little limbo area where he's pushing up the connector. Phelps gets absolutely decimated. Fallen chimes in. Fallen just gets wrecked by the Glocks. No chance whatsoever. And then Cole tries to get something and just gets absolutely decimated as well.
With this back and forth play, you were talking about the fake. They had kept catching MIBR rotating in, coming in through connector, getting caught in connector, dying in connector. So 3 of those kills end up being right there. And Isurus just heisting a round away from MIBR. That is substantial, because look at MIBR right now. Down to a FAMAS, Deagle, CZs, and a 5-7. So you were looking at an early weapons purchase from them in that last round. And I was thinking, well, they might be a little bit overbought at this point, but not to that extent. When you've got pistols screaming at you, running at you with Glocks, I mean, you might have a little bit of overpurchase because somebody's going to end up dying. You want to have like an SMG here or there. But instead, they just get absolutely dominated.
Okay, it does look like the Argentinian side will be favoring the B bomb site here, as we're seeing the majority of players towards this short pipe getting ready to head in. A little bit of contact being made, not much else, as it does look like MIBR will be playing a heavy middle setup, and now the fast
boost.
B gets come on.
And there's a boost. That catches Noxy on the back range of that. Grenade up and in. Your CTs are already ready for the flanks. The front line, though, needs to hang on. Reversive and Myron will dig those players out, and now they hold them in short. Max is here. You've got Colzera and Fur looking to re-aggress. Fur's actually taken that op from Noxy, and there's a gap in that smoke. Fur's just going to stare this one down.
This is where it starts getting scary here. The bomb isn't actually moving towards spawn. They do have a little bit of spawn control, but the bomb is going to get planted in the default area. A nice little flash onto Colzera. Nothing's really going to happen off of that. Maybe it will. Ooh, Colzera just a little bit off on that crosshair placement. Might have been able to do some damage, but nonetheless, it will be a save for MIBR.
Yeah, that bomb is actually planted for Heaven. So he could actually swing down on top of that. So they allowed some time for that player to get to that position and be able to defend from there. The MIBR stealing an op out of this round is, and got 2 kills. So congratulations to them. They won't have to reinvest so heavily in the next following rounds or couple rounds, or at least have an op in the next round. Their loss bonus is still very, very minimal. So the next round is probably as good as it's going to get.
Okay, MIBR now. 1 round away from Isurus tying this one up. Isurus have fought back very hard in this second half here to make this one competitive, and you know what? MIBR are feeling the heat.
Yeah, they shouldn't, though. It's such a crazy thing to lose to a full eco, and look at the swing that is because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 2 rounds in a row to Isurus that they shouldn't necessarily have been able to pick up. So you have a butterfly effect. Instead of being a 9-10 scoreline, it should technically have most likely have been a 7-12. And so you have this really neck-and-neck matched right now because of this, and likely Isurus to tie the game because of it.
All right, Isurus now favoring that B bomb site once again. They're actually going to, MIBR is actually going to send Fallen across with this AWP. Might be able to find himself maybe 1 kill in this situation, but as the execute starts coming in, Fallen is flashed and Fallen will fall.
He thought he fired, but he in fact did not. Now the execute to the B site looks oh so strong. They even heard Fallen back there. They heard that run boost. They heard him land down there. So they knew what was up. So that op now can comfortably go back toward Noxy's hands, and a little bit of a boost out towards the window here in the blue door area to look for an easy frag. Nobody's showing, however.
Yeah, MIBR not finding any success in this, well, semi-force buy, really. They were able to save that op from Fallen. They looked to get that going aggressively in that round, but not able to do so. It will be a fairly easy round for Isurus to pick up, and a very clean round for them to get as well here, as nobody going down on the side. Everybody's picking up frags, a nice 3K out of 1962, and they've done it. They've tied it up 10 apiece against MIBR.
That's such a swing. off of a full eco round. I mean, your economy gets boosted. Look at the money for Isurus right now. You have a reversive at 10 grand, and players aren't too far behind him, but most of $3,000 behind that. So, I mean, Isurus off of a full eco are suddenly sitting pretty. They're king of the mountain. They're sitting on a wad of cash.
King in the castle, king in the castle.
Okay. I'm not familiar with that, no?
Borat.
Oh, yeah, never watched it.
Oh,
no.
It's a funny movie. Just check it out. Check it out. Maybe we have a viewing party. Anyways, though, yeah, like you were saying, Isurus, I mean, plenty of money in their back pocket. They're completely dominant right now, Dallas. MIBR really coming up short here towards this second half, or the latter part of this second half.
Yeah, 10-all. So instead of it being, you know, a best of 30, we're way down into this point. 6 rounds in a row, you could close it out. And right now, Isurus are in that command. They've won 3 in a row for themselves. And it's completely flipped the coin. We were talking about Isurus are having great pistol rounds, bad rifle rounds. MIBR win the pistol round in this half, and suddenly Isurus come alive. And so now they are streaking towards this B site, straight through the smoke. They wait for no man. They've got a molly into Toxic. Great defense there from coldzera. He's got himself 2, and that's a favorable rate. Now they just need to hang on. Noxie finds Taco, though. Even though he got knocked down to 4 HP, he lives to swing again. 3v3 right now, and Fur in the smoke on short. Do they try and get a little bit of repercussion out of this? It'd be interesting. A Molotov will land towards the default position, and delay. Delay is the name of the game.
Look at 1962 aggressed all the way through these tunnels now. Fallen, though, able to take him down. Noxe is very low on HP. Mind you, Taco did some great damage to him. Reversive really is going to be the backbone of this hold.
Yeah, Fallen's got a flashbang ready to pop out. He will throw it down deep to the site. Noxie, though, gets that first kill, and you really need Fur to stand big right now. He needs to find the next player. Noxie holding an angle. He's deep into the monster side. He's starting to tuck himself even further back. Reversive has actually taken heaven, and he finds Fallen. That's an easy kill. There's a smoke on the bomb, however. Fur needs to make a move. The first couple shots are right over the top of him, but no kit. The bomb will detonate, and Isurus have taken the lead. You've taken 4 rounds in a row off a full eco.
Yeah, for the first time, essentially, since the game started, Isurus are now going to see themselves back in the lead. MIBR really having no answer for what Isurus are bringing to the table, and really it's just Isurus moving in as a pack, trading out those kills. The AWP on Noxe, we mentioned that when the half ended as we were beginning that second half, the fact that Noxe has been just so instrumental to the Argentinian side's success here, and it's showing why. On his T side, phenomenal shooting out of him, and he's really making it happen.
And these missteps are going to start to nag MIBR in the back of their minds of, man, it's just that one round had such a change in the flow of this match. 1962 just gets deep. Myron will return 2 of his own. coldzera spams out for a couple, suddenly finds the head of Reversive, and MIBR could still win this. They've got no kit, though. They're going to go for a boost to try and get an early frag. They don't manage to piece that and construct that boost together the first time. Second time, possibly so. They could definitely hear this. If somebody's close enough, they know that the boost is going on right now. coldzera sees nothing. Isurus keep their cards close to their chest.
Is MIBR going to go for this? Fallen does have a kid in his hand, so, I mean, if they do get these kills here right off the bat, it's a good opportunity for them, but I don't imagine Isurus is going to be giving them much opportunity to pick up frags here, playing very passive. Fallen now does take down Myron, but that's going to give away the position of the MIBR player, and that is going to prompt a save. As Noxe does take down coldzera. Fallen does trade it out, but not much else going on. The guns are off the field for MIBR, but the money loss bonus, well, that's kicking. They can buy up into this next round.
Yeah, and Isurus are going to start to lean back on all that money that they had saved. Reversive is actually at 16 grand. So sure, Isurus had no survivors. The bomb detonated and finished off the last player. That's a great position for MIBR to try and get back into this, but they would have to repeat that effort 2 or 3 more times before Isurus's money has finally been flatlined out. Reversive still sits at $11,000. The rest of the players are starting to get a little bit low, but they would themselves start to collect a little bit of loss bonus if Isurus are actually going to fall like dominoes.
All right, now Isurus moving very quickly towards middle. Smoking off the sandwich area, we are going to see Fur isolated by himself. He's a solo member in this bathroom area here to defend. The remaining members, Well, we're actually going to see the first rotation come in from Fallen here to back up his teammate. But still, Isurus now, the Argentinian side, taking it very slow after pressuring on towards middle now, falling off towards B.
So the way I'm thinking about this now is I'm thinking of what happened in the first set of the group stages, where it was MIBR and Luminosity.
Okay.
MIBR had lost a one map to them, I believe, and it actually ended up being such a heavy tilt one way or the other. MIBR actually here, I think, because they had lost that one map to their opponents. So if they lose this one map to Isurus, does it have a same cascade effect into the
MIBR
latter
lost
parts
the
of
series.
Oh, they lost the series.
They lost
okay.
the series, exactly.
Oh, that was 2-0. They needed to win that one map. That's right. That's what happened. So Myron trades out that next kill on the entry into the B site. Some deep Molotovs coming in. Coldzera is going to be hemmed in right behind the pillar. Smoke's actually to his back. That's actually going to give him a little bit of confidence. Nice double swing out. Sure, he took one to the head for 99, but now Fallen starts tearing into him. Max still alive at 1 HP, recovers the bomb, stands up on top of the sandbags, but Fallen catches him, and the bomb will be forfeit into the deep pit.
And there you go.
Phelps takes that next kill. So MIBR finally find themselves around on the rifles on their CT side after the disaster of that eco round.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, I don't think MIBR is going to be able to say the momentum is in their back pockets right now. I don't think they're in the driver's seat. I think they've downshifted maybe to 3rd or 4th gear. They're going to have to start picking up this pace. They're going to have to start picking up these rounds if they really want to stay in this game. Isurus, they're buying up like nothing ever happened, Dallas. They've got plenty of money. We're actually seeing almost an economic neutrality point where both these teams are kind of struggling. MIBR, of course, because of the money loss bonus, in a bit of an advantageous situation, but some good damage onto Noxy right now from Fur is going to give MIBR a little bit of a confidence boost.
That was a rare miss from Noxy. He usually loves those little fights, and that one was in mid, and he just missed that shot.
Yep.
Instead, I think he took one to the head or a couple shots to the chest down to 15 HP. And you've got a boost up, I believe, somewhere towards short. They're actually going to have the sandbag boost, peering as deep as they can back towards the T-spawn. They see nothing.
Yeah, it's a really strong boost. Anybody playing behind that barrel area, you're going to be able to peck at their feet and actually pick up a fairly easy frag there for the most part. But Isurus isn't favoring that portion of the map. We're actually going to see the only man close to B being 1962, who's within this connector, just creating a little bit of presence, creating a little bit of trouble for the MIBR side.
Yeah, he opened that door, and that dissolved the boost on sandbags. So they back off of that spot. MIBR, they've suckered out quite a bit of the clock. They're down into the low 40s, and the sites haven't even really been encroached on yet.
No, with only 35 seconds now on the clock, Fur extending towards the long area of the map, able to take down Reversive. The Molotov comes into bathroom rotations. 3 members total on this A bomb site for MIBR.
Yeah, very, very telegraphed strike into the A site right now. Myron is able to pick off Coldzera. That was the double op. This first op has been knocked out, but Fallen still stands at long A. Tight angles, though. Beautiful flashbangs. He holds. He's got the first. Looks for the second as well, but 1962 opens up. Beautiful entries from him, but with 8 seconds left, Phelps takes 3.
Phelps,
the last defender on that A site. Otherwise, it would have ended up being a 3v1 against Taco, but Phelps saves the day. 12-12 is our scoreline. We were even tied up at 10-10, but neck and neck. Who ends up just closing this map out? I have no idea.
That was great out of Phelps. They're just showing up by Optimus, essentially. Fala Galera, I'm right here. And that's exactly how he's going to play it. Phelps with a tremendous round to keep MIBR in this game.
Isurus, like I had said before, I mean, they had a lot of cash, and they are still purchasing guns. And it's AKs for the most part. You've lost your single deagle. That's not that big of a loss. Max got caught out throwing grenades. And right now, at the top end of Connector, that's actually Fallen. He's at the divider in the bathrooms. He drops a smoke and falls back, wisely so. They've earned their keep. They've got that first kill, and now they can play the trade game.
Another kill for Fallen there as he's going to pick up his first of the round. Quickly traded out. Taco now, or Fur, I'm sorry, rotating onto the site. Able to be taken down by 1962. And Phelps once again, well, he's going to come up short this time around as Noxy does trade him out very quickly.
Well, there's that trade game I was talking about, and it is favoring or starting to favor Isurus because they were playing from behind. And Noxy now has a free and clear Coldzera. Man advantage for Isurus. Taco, he needs to be able to clutch this. Spots the first, misses his first salvo against Noxy, who survives at 35 HP. He's in the bank, his position is known, and Reversive could just back off with the bomb and go down to the lower site, but they choose to take the fight. They line up, nice shot from Noxy, and Isurus are right back into the lead.
I don't even know what to say at this point, Dallas. This map is back and forth and back and forth. Right now we're going to see Isurus take the lead again, but in fact, MIBR are going to be shortchanged. No money to battle it back, so I do imagine they'll be saying, all right, guys, let's go for that save. Let's just kind of let them have this round, and we're going to play for the win. But it starts to get scary because of the lack of money on the MIBR side. Even the buy that they're going to be coming forward with might be missing a couple things, maybe a kit, maybe a Molotov. So this is an opportunity for Isurus to not only win this map too, but win it 16-12 pretty convincingly, and then we move on to a third map.
Yeah, that's actually an Isurus timeout right now that we're experiencing. So they win that round, they've busted the economy from MIBR, and they take a timeout. They don't want to get ahead of themselves. They know that MIBR is a monster, a titan that could be awakened at any point in time. So yes, it's been back and forth a bit here, and as we close into the latter parts of the second map, it's Isurus that are standing tall. Defeating MIBR would be just a devastating moment for them that's unexpected against a team like MIBR. But did they run headlong in through Monster right now? It seems to be the case. They only break their stride to try and do this silently. Phelps is setting up for a pop flash into short possibly right now, but Isurus have already infiltrated in. It's these pistols at range now. A dry peek from Isurus has actually completely disarmed the CT defenders right now. Phelps hanging on at 2 HP in a dream. Taco still playing up there. There's actually going to be a weapon picked up for Fur. That's the best that they got offered up so far. It being a 3v3 right now, I think Isurus just got a bad look at this B site.
Taco's still in a great position here to pick up a couple more kills, as well as Fur now, who's created a little bit of a crossfire with them. All MIBR need to do is hold fast. They just need to let these Isurus players move up towards that monster ramp, but Fur's going to just overextend a slight amount, and Reversive is going to punish him for it.
Yeah, that was the rifle too. So Phelps might as well be on another continent. With a USP at 2 HP, maybe he could actually pick off Reversive. Myron might be able to survive. It would have to be an accurate shot. Oh, almost lines up a couple Deagle collaterals against wounded players. Phelps, 2 HP against as many Ts that are alive. Bomb will be planted. And so far so good for MIBR for what they had going into this round. But Isurus are on 14. They can see the end.
This is huge.
They can see the end.
This is huge. For a team like Isurus to come up against a team like MIBR on a map that MIBR is so comfortable on, Dallas. Overpass, we've seen the Brazilian side play it time and time again. And Isurus is going to make this one happen.
So if we were talking about the impact of that, I would say things have washed out finally. They've settled down from the ebb and flow of what an eco round impact could have, but that eco round was worth 5 rounds for Isurus. That's the difference maker. This game would be over at this point. The series would be over if that eco round did not go their way. It's just so dangerous for MIBR that now they are played from 2 rounds behind, and really their last hurrah when it comes to rifles.
Alright, a very slow round coming up from the Argentinian side here, as MIBR isn't really looking to aggress too much. They realize the predicament they're in, and Cold Zero will be making first contact, able to take down 2 here, and he does finally get traded up by Noxy, but Phelps able to pick up one of his own. Noxy with the 2K on the round, but MIBR in the man advantage situation.
They are, but they have struggled on these retakes so far. As a matter of fact, no bomb has been defused yet in this half. And it might not even get planted at this point, now that Fallen will wipe Reversive off the map. Noxy 1v3 right now. He would have to ace clutch this. He does have the bomb in hand, but he has been audibly detected of the player that is in the connector side. And he's about to back right up into Fur. Shuts the door, and I'm just going to knife him. Wow. When your team is on the line for the second map, he decides to stab him.
I think he thought that he got the kill first off. Maybe he was trying to BM. Maybe he was like, yo, I'll soften you up, then go for the knife.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But I think he thought he got the kill, switched to the knife, realized that he hadn't got the kill, and he's like, oh, damn.
Yeah, let me just casually stab you. 14-13. MIBR have finally broken Isurus's money. It's been so long since we've seen them on pistols. They were able to just stack up so much cash Do they go for a fast B strike? There's a Molotov that's there, and they in fact burn 2 players through it. Sprinting in through short right now. They're going to take this fight as quickly as they can. The bomb, though, falls right underneath the bridge. This is a dangerous spot. Taco turns. Actually a little bit surrounded at this point, leaving 1962 last man up. Got himself an AUG to take and play with, but it's 14-all. We're going to see 30 rounds on the second map. Unbelievable. Great showing from Isurus.
Yeah, I definitely thought this was a map that they were going to be able to close out. It looked like they were in the driver's seat for it. It looked like they were just in full control of this second half. But now as we near the end of this second half, end of regulation, what we're seeing is what we saw in the first half as well, Dallas. MIBR coming to life, showing what they're made of, showing why they're a top team in the world.
Is it, though? I mean, this second half has really been a disaster for
I'm talking
MIBR.
about the latter part of the second
well,
half, right?
Kind of. I mean, they've really only ever won 3 sets of 2 rounds in a row in this second half on this map. So it's really just...
I'll read it a different way. Yeah. I'll say they've won the last 4 out of 6, okay?
Sure.
Right? Sounds a little bit better.
A little bit. I mean, that's a dry spell for MIBR. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Jeez.
Coldzera peeks out and missteps and can't find his way back into the squeaky door. So now after he got tagged, there was no escape. So you lose Coldzera outright to start the round.
But look at where Fur is positioned right now. Nobody in middle to actually shoot him in the back, and he's going to keep on pressing towards this T-spawn area.
They're heading his way.
They are.
Uh-oh. He's in such a crazy good spot right now. They would walk right into this ambush.
Maybe 1 kill in this position.
I think he might get 2. Guaranteed to get 1. Oh, almost the second. That's good damage. And he's got a lot of information that there is huge, a conga line of Ts coming up through T ramp and making their way into this position. But it's still, without having connector control, MIBR don't really know, well, are they going down the connector side?
Well, all they need right now is Taco, who's aggressed towards this barrel area outside of Monster. He's getting so much information, letting them know that all 4 members or 3 members that came through T middle aren't coming back towards this T spawn.
But without connector control, this is why Fallen is still on the B side. So sure, he's in a great spot to actually, more importantly, flank the B team if they were striking B. But with 20 seconds left and them all up towards the bathrooms for the most part,
it's going to be an A hit.
It's going to be an A hit. So
only Phelps.
Just Phelps. He's scoped in on long right now. The first Molotov goes over the top of him. He just needs to stop this bomb plant. Just needs to stop it. He swings out, has the first. Can he get the bomb plant? He shoots him in the back, and he puts him down. Isurus are not able to plant the bomb in time. The clock will expire, and 1962 dies at the end of the round. Post-clock, he will be rewarded no money. You get nothing, sir. So now Isurus's money has been bottomed out, and even worse so. 1962 has $300.
Phelps is an absolute madman. What a way to win that round all by himself in this situation. Takes the player off of the bomb as well as the bomb planter, gets himself a 3rd, and then picks up the 4th after the round time. Great effort from him to secure at least the overtime for MIBR.
Shoo, that got dangerous. They'll open up with the first 2 kills for Fur right now. He just continues to murk T's, and I think the little bit of a hole right there, pierced into the cooler, grenade, and a smoke dropped in. Chip damage to all 3 players for that grenade, but it is just a tap-in for MIBR right now. 5v2, no real damage dealt to MIBR yet. Max does get himself 1. The bomb's back 2, so you got to go back and recover that one, and you need to be able to pick off 2 kills on the entry if Isurus want to have any kind of hope to landing this 30th round.
Okay, Isurus now, what's their game plan? What's their game plan? In a 4-on-2, they have an AUG with a smoke grenade, Dallas, as well as a Galil. They've got the bomb. They don't need to worry about recovering that on any portion of the map. But really, they don't have the utility for post-plant. They don't have the utility to get into sites. They do have a smoke to cut off maybe 1 angle, but that's about it.
Well, right now, MIBR are actually playing passive B, stacked A. So they're playing either we're fighting you on the front door of A, or we're playing retake B. Coldzera gets the first. Max now standing alone, 1v4s, only able to get 1, and MIBR close it out at the very last moment, 30th round on the second map, 16-14.